situation for the Bombers. Crowd now rising. Play action. Jones passing across the middle. It's intercepted. It's Stephon Reed again with his second pick, and flags are down in the backfield.
The flag's going to be a late hit on Ed Fillion on Kahari Jones. Just a poor throw by Jones in behind the intended target. Stephon Reed again with the big play.
His second interception of the game and in the entire year.
Unnecessary roughness. Montreal number 75. It was after the play. Interception stand.
That's the second time Fillion's taken a shot at Jones. The first one was legal on the interception. This time, same situation, and he's upset with the call.
Well, he's upset because he felt that he was blocking. It's just a poor throw by Kahari Jones. It's in behind the target. With Geroy Simon, Stephon Reed is down. The late hit. This is why Ed Fillion is upset, because he thinks he's just blocking on an interception.
Yes.
Okay, but here's the interception now. The ball's been intercepted, and Stephon Reed was on the ground at that time.
All right, so it was after the play. That was the first penalty of the game for Montreal. Pringle asks for the ball, and he gets it, and he may have a first down up the gut.
There you go. Now, I'm going to say these stats one more time. When Mike Pringle, during the regular season, got 20 carries or more, he averaged 126 yards per carry, or per game. In the 7 games that he didn't get 20 carries, that dropped to 74 yards per game. He has got to see the football more than 20 times.
Well, he made his case on the sidelines, and he made his case up the middle. His 10th carry of the game. That one just shy of the first down marker. 65 yards on 10 carries, a 6.5-yard average.
You look into his eyes, he can be persuasive, can he?
I'll tell you. You want the ball? Here. Take it.
Have all the balls. You can have the whole bag of balls if you want.
Second and inches. Lamar McGriggs is back in the game on defense. Quarterback sneak, and Calvillo will have it. First down, Montreal.
Bolden is not back in the football game, and what they have now is Dave Donaldson has had to move out to the corner, and they put Tom Europe back in at the free safety. Dave Donaldson all season long has played halfback. Don't be surprised to see Calvillo test him up.
First down on the ground. Pringle hit hard. Rylan Wickman, the rookie middle linebacker, puts Pringle down and then has a word with him.
I'm sure both Ben Cahoon and Tyree Davis will go back to that huddle, especially on this play, which is second and long, and talk to Calvillo and say, listen, Dave Donaldson has played halfback and done a nice job at halfback for Winnipeg all year long, but he has not played corner. Let's see if we can't get him behind him. A pretty nice hit in the hole by Wickman.
Tremendous fill from the middle linebacker position. It's a loss of 1. Back to pass. Calvillo across the middle. It's complete to Jock Climbey. And Climbey has a Montreal first down inside the 25 of Winnipeg.
Well, Calvillo gets the time up front to throw the football, and that's the big difference. Now that offensive line also starting to settle in a bit. Little move by Jock Climbey to the inside, then breaks back across the middle, and there it is. Ben Cahoon beside Jock Climbey, about 4 yards to the left of him, was also wide open.
Sure hands from Climbey every time they've gone to him. He's put the clutch on the ball. First down, Montreal moving. Hand off Pringle, gaping hole up the middle. Pringle finally hauled down by Harold Nash, just shy of the first down marker.
Bruno Hippel made a nice block there. This is what happened the last couple of times that they've been in scoring range. Talking about Montreal, they tried the quarterback draw. That didn't work. They got outside. Good coverage by Tom Europe, and a sack. Now what are they going to do this time down here with Mike Pringle, who's had to go to the sideline all of a sudden?
Looks like he was grabbing his hamstring, and he's really upset. Second and a little more than 1 as Pringle heads to the Montreal dressing room. Up the gut is Bruno Heppel subbing for Pringle, and it looks like they may be very close to having that first down.
Well, this is what they'll do with Pringle in the locker room. They put Thomas Haskins in at the tailback spot, and they're pretty comfortable with that. Haskins started one game during the year. Pringle missed the one game. So Haskins becomes the feature back, more of a speed guy to the outside, but he can be involved from the backfield in the passing game.
Here's the measurement.
That's two back-to-back good plays by Bruno Heppel. I'll tell you why. To get him down there and get a chance to get that first down, he made the key block for Pringle on the play that he was injured. And then he picks up the first down himself.
Heppel with the first down. There were rumors in Montreal that a phone call went out to Michael Souls at one point in the season, talking about trying to get him out of retirement. He didn't come back. Here's Haskins up the gut. Lots of room as he slashes through the middle of that Winnipeg defense to the 5.
The Winnipeg defense were standing at home plate, and they were batting. They just got a curveball from Thomas Haskins, because all game long now it's been the power of Pringle when he has touched the football. Now they've got the speed of Haskins. It's a change-up for the Winnipeg defense.
Second down and 2. Ball on the 6-yard line. And now there's a bomber down at the 10.
Jaron Bolden came back into the game 2 plays ago. He seems to be okay. Now this looks like Rylan Wickman.
The late whistle, Glenn, as the Alouettes were getting ready to come over the ball.
Well, there was some boos in the crowd because some feel that maybe this was orchestrated.
Trying to cool off the Alouette offense, perhaps. It is Wickman on the field.
Well, you know, and that's just the old strategy, that if you don't have the right defense called, rather than blow a timeout, you have one player go down and take a knee. The only problem is he has to come out for 3 plays now.
Yes, the Bombers' leading tackler is down. Rylan Wickman. We're back right after this.
Mastercraft tools can make even the biggest weekend project seem like a ride in the park. Mastercraft, it's tough stuff.
Worried posture of Dave Ritchie. He's had 3 key defensive players go down here in the second half. McGriggs, Bolden, and now Wickman, the middle linebacker, who looks like he's really hurt.
No, that's not a faked injury. He's definitely not putting any weight on his left leg. Here goes your leading tackler. Now, Jaron Bolden has come back into the football game. He was injured earlier.
Wayne Weathers is the backup linebacker, number 99, a third-year man out of the University of Manitoba, known for his wrestling accolades, one of the top wrestlers in Canadian university sport.
He comes into the game, and Lamar McGriggs was the other injured Bomber on defense. He's also back in there. So really the only change-up now is they have Weathers in for Wickman, but they still have Dave Donaldson on the corner.
Second and 2, ball on the 6. Calvillo handing off to Haskins outside. Touchdown, Alouettes! Thomas Haskins with only his second rushing touchdown of the season, and it's a big one now as Montreal opens a big lead.
Well, it could have been Mike Pringle, Thomas Haskins. We showed you what the Montreal Alouettes had done when they were down in the scoring zone. They tried to throw the football and run a quarterback draw. Give it to your 2 tailbacks, whether it be the speed of Haskins or the power of Pringle inside the 10. They're going to get it done for you.
Point after by Terry Baker. Cahoon with the spot. It's up and good. With 3:50 to play in the 3rd quarter of this East Final, the Alouettes lead the Blue Bombers 28-16. Thomas Haskins with the touchdown, and he went right to the bench, and they tightened up those shoulder pads. He's battening down the hatches if he has to go the rest of the way for Pringle.
Look at the Gladiators equipment. I don't know if they're going to be able to get that jersey over his shoulder pad.
Terry Baker's kickoff. Marcus Howell at the 21. Looks for a block. Still going. Howell with some open field. Finally hauled down by Bolduc from behind. But he gets to midfield on a 32-yard return.
Well, this drive for Montreal started with the big interception, probably the 5th or 6th big play from linebacker Stephon Reed. That got it going.
And Jock Climby with his second big catch. Back to the ground, and Pringle rumbling hard.
Pringle gets injured on that play, but it's Haskins for the touchdown, and they're starting to get a little balance in their offense now, involving the run a little bit more, even though Pringle is still in the locker room.
Montreal with 10 points off of Bomber turnovers in this football game. First down, pitch out, Philpott right side following Eddie Blake, hurdling, still on his feet, finally wrestled down across center field for a short gain of about 4.
Well, the Winnipeg Blue Bombers aren't panicking at this point. They don't have to put the ball up every single play. They can stick with their game plan, and their game plan had Corey Philpott involved. Put together a good first half. They haven't seen the ball as much in this second half offensively, and that's been the difference.
Second and long, about 7 for the Bombers. Tremendous field position, though, as they start this drive. 2:50 to go in the third quarter. Play action now. Kahari Jones to the sideline. It's high, incomplete, intended for Robert Gordon, and he's hit hard as he made contact with that ball.
Davis Sanchez timed it perfectly. Came back on the out pattern and gave the two-hander to Robert Gordon in the back. Here's the out for you. Sanchez reads it, comes back. That two-hander in the middle of the back just got the ball out of there in time.
So far, Jones 0 for 4 and 2 interceptions passing.
Ed Fillion's getting up close and personal.
Westwood.
Harry Jones.
Yes, there's Fillion taking a breather. As Westwood gets set to make his first punt of the second half, he had punts of 19 and 21 yards in the second quarter. He's going to angle it, another short shank. It'll bounce out of bounds just across the 35-yard line. They'll mark it at about the 32.
Baron Miles is messing with Troy Westwood's head right now, because that's just a 20-yard punt, and Westwood basically had to run away from the pressure this time. The pressure early in the game is now affecting Westwood in the second half.
So Miles getting into the head of Westwood. A reminder coming up, it's the West Final. BC at Calgary at McMahon Stadium as Alan Pitts and the Stampeders try to get to the Grey Cup that their city will host 1 week from today. Coming right up at about 4 Eastern. First down, Alouettes at their own 32, play action. Calvillo passing, it's intercepted by Jerron Bolden. Bolden returning the ball down the sidelines, finally forced out of touch at the 23. He was injured, he got up and won a big pick.
Jock Climby wants a penalty. The crowd here wants a penalty on Jerron Bolden. Bolden was covering Climby on a crossing pattern. He gave him a little hand chuck just before that ball arrived, and he got away with it. Climby is trying to cross the middle of the field. A little hand chuck from Jerron Bolden. He got away with it. And comes up with the interception when Climby goes down.
20-yard return. Another look in super slow motion. Climby hitting the turf. 5 receiver set as the Bombers go back on offense. Kahari Jones throwing into the corner. Incomplete and underthrown, intended for Robert Gordon.
I think the coverage fooled Kahari Jones. Mike Pringle just coming out of the locker room for Montreal, and that's why the crowd's cheering. Two big plays in a row for Montreal. One by Sanchez on the coverage, the other with Pringle walking out of the locker room.
Yes, a huge lift on that Montreal bench. He clutched his hamstring as he left the game. Testing it down the bench. Second down and 10. Blue Bombers. Ball on the 27th. Jones straight back. Time in the pocket across the middle. It's complete. Philpott fumbles. Ball still loose. And it looks like Philpott may have reached out and gotten the ball back in time.
It's a big recovery, because if Philpott drops the football there, which he does, and Montreal recovers, it takes away their field goal opportunity. With the turnover from Deron Bolden, you got to come away with some kind of points. That ball was definitely out of there in time. Stephon Reed again, the man in the spot.
So Westwood's field goal attempt will come from the 29. 3 for 3. Westwood has been perfect. Field goals. It's up and wide. He missed it. Right for a point.
That's a big win for the Montreal Alouettes. The turnover from Deron Bolden gave Winnipeg a little bit of momentum. They can't capitalize again. Stephon Reed is the guy defensively that comes up with the key play, forces a field goal, and then Westwood misses it. A moral victory for the Winnipeg or Montreal Alouettes.
So the hero of the Eastern semifinal, missing his first in 4 attempts from 29.
If Montreal wins this football game, Mark, Winnipeg will go back and they'll look at it and they'll say, 4 times we were inside the 30-yard line, came away with field goal attempts. Can't do that against good football teams.
No, Richie shakes his head in agreement. His team trailing by 11. First down, Montreal at the 35. On the ground, Haskins still carrying the ball, still going, breaking a couple of tackles, and then mobbed by Europe and Bolden and 3 others. Crowd calling for a flag. They won't get it.
Well, that's the one thing that has happened in this game that we haven't talked a whole lot about, but it's been there, and that's been how physical the game has been.
Pringle is still on the sidelines working on that leg. Haskins staying in as the starting tailback.
There goes Bolden.
And Bolden is back out. Injured early in the first part of the third quarter. Had the big interception, now back on the bench. 2nd and 5. Alouettes, Calvillo to throw. It's incomplete. Intended for Tyree Davis, and again, Brandon Hamilton draped all over him like a cheap suit. And that's it for the third quarter. 15 minutes to play for the East Final as Stephon Reed and Anthony Calvillo stake Montreal to an 11-point lead. Welcome back to Molson Stadium in Montreal, where the hometown Alouettes are 1 quarter of football away from making it to the 88th Grey Cup, trying to break this streak of losses in the Eastern Final. And there's a live shot of McMahon Stadium on a sunny Big Sky day in the West. Coming up, part 2, the Western Final, the BC Lions at the Calgary Stampeders. And in the third quarter of this football game, Montreal had 7 first downs to none for Winnipeg. Punt situation, spiral, line drive from Baker. It drives Johnson inside his 30, tries to go outside, hit hard by who else but Stephon Reed at the 42-yard line.
Well, you mentioned 7 first downs for Montreal, 0 for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers in that third quarter, and then that time of possession stat, that one starts to balance out because of the first downs from Montreal. And the reason they're doing it, they're getting the run game involved more. Yes. Those rushing stats starting to add up a little bit for Montreal. In fact, they have the edge, 95-77.
Mike Pringle back from the locker room after leaving with what appears to be a hamstring injury. He's been running up and down the Alouette sideline, testing it out as the Bombers go to work on offense. First down at their own 42. Jones, quick drop, wide side, incomplete. Intended for Marcus Howell, but it was behind him.
You know what? Jones didn't get the handle, I don't think, from the center. Dave Van Konen snapped that one. Looked like he kind of juggled it and then had to try and throw the quick passing game. He's trying to keep his hands warm out there. The temperature has slowly dropped here as this game has progressed. Van Konen gave him the good snap, but he juggled it and then couldn't get the quick passing game out there.
Quarterback likes to get the ball up on the stitches. As you mentioned, Glenn, he's only got one grip when he throws a quick pitch like that. Only one completion for Kahari Jones in the second half. Back again, 2nd and 10, lots of time down the middle. Intended for G-Roy Simon, incomplete. Too far with Lester Smith watching him step for step.
Basically, what they wanted to do offensively was have Milt Stegall go down the hash mark and hopefully influence the safety Lester Smith. If Lester Smith goes with Stegall, then Geroy Simon should be wide open. See, what's going to happen is Steagall's over here to the right. Smith takes a step to him, but then has the speed to recover and get back on Geroy Simon.
Geroy Simon with 159 yards and 3 touchdowns the last time Winnipeg played Montreal. This time a good punt from Westwood. Deep to Tyree Davis. It is 26. Flags are down. Davis on the sideline, finally forced out of touch across the 35-yard line.
Matt Petts got in there, but he didn't get his hand on the football. He sailed out to try and block that punt. He didn't get his hands on the football, and he did hit the kicker.
Montreal 91, first down.
Yes, Matt Petts contacting Troy Westwood. And so it is a Montreal, or rather a Winnipeg, first down. As the rookie out of Wake Forest.
Well, you know, if there's a good penalty, it's a good penalty, 91 right there, because he's just going full out effort to try and block the kick. He had a chance at it.
It's an Academy Award, Glenn.
Yeah, well, he rolled on the leg and he didn't get a piece of the football. So, you know, that's one of those good penalties, because you can't really coach against that. You got to tell the guys to go all out.
First down Winnipeg at their own 52-yard line. 13 and a half minutes to go in regulation time. They're down by 11. Philpott up the gut. Nowhere to go as he's swarmed by a host of Montreal tacklers.
Stephon Reed is also becoming a vocal leader in this game. You look at him in that pile, just slapping every one of his teammates on the helmet. He's getting them all fired up. He was involved in stopping that run on first down. Well, he has been all over the football field here this afternoon, and he was right in the middle of this stop. You see number 47 turning Corey Philpott away.
And there's an injured Bomber at midfield, and it looks like it could be Philpott, who didn't practice all week because of that groin injury. Had been superb in the first half, Glenn, and now he's down, and they're holding onto his right leg below the knee.
You know, we haven't seen a lot of those dramatic hits, the ones where a receiver's over the middle and just gets helicoptered, but this has been a very physical game in the trenches. It's been a very physical game between receivers and defensive backs. How many Winnipeg Blue Bombers have now been carted off?
Yes, the game was billed as the brawl in Montreal, the thrilla in McGilla, and for the most part, they've kept it legal. Oh, Wiltshire coming in late.
Well, he just had the whole pile. There's about 2 tons there, just fell on the legs of Corey Philpott.
Irv Smith, Wiltshire saying it was innocent. And Philpott is up and walking gingerly to the Bomber bench. It'll be 2nd and 8, Winnipeg, at their own 54-yard line as Philpott goes off and Pringle continues to stretch his hamstrings on the Montreal bench.
Yeah, part of the problem for Pringle, if it is a hamstring, said Pringle, it's starting to drop temperature-wise. He's got to keep it warm on the sideline.
What a flip from the first half to the second as Montreal dominates. 2nd down, 8. Winnipeg at their own 54, shotgun formation. 6 receiver set. Jones with time will throw to the wide side. It's wobbly, but there Marcus Howell has it and steps out of bounds with a Winnipeg first down.
He's working underneath in the zone coverage from Montreal.
A 13-yard game.
You see Robert Gordon is on a crossing route here, and Howell runs the out. Really, Kahari Jones has his choice between both players. There goes Gordon underneath. He's wide open in the middle of the field. He elects to go to the outside.
6 receiver set as Jamie Stoddard comes in for the Bombers. First down. They're going to the air. Deep, intended for Howell, or rather Johnson, and it's incomplete as he only got one hand on it.
Lester Smith, the safety, is lining up to the wide side of the field. He's really giving up the backside, and that's why Kahari Jones wanted to go back there. Lester Smith is really moving to this side, so that's when you go back to the backside post, and that's what Kahari Jones is looking at. Watch Smith start to drift this way. See him drift back over to the middle? It's farther for him to get back there to the backside of the field.
Had that ball been down a little lower, he has a completion. 2nd and 10. Another 6-receiver set for the Bombers. Jones, there's a rush, gets it away, tipped. No good, flags are down. Gordon was the intended receiver on coverage from Stephon Reed. But flags are down at the 40.
Yeah, and Davis Sanchez, it's a big reason for that starting. Now they're talking to the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, which would indicate that Montreal got the penalty.
Here's Dave Ewell with the call.
Forward pass interference. Montreal 43. First down.